Good afternoon. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live. This is my daily intention to serve, support, inspire, and awaken men and women about relationship, love, and life. And before I get to that, let me start with my name and who I am. You already got my name, which is Barry Selby. These are my daily Facebook Lives. I am a passionate champion of the divine feminine. I'm also a best-selling author, a speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. And every day, yes, every day, I do a daily Facebook Live. That was a misnomer. Every day, I do a Facebook Live, as in daily. Keeping the daily word stuck in there. And they're called Messages to the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. Sorry, I just got something I didn't do. I didn't do Do Not Disturb. Okay, I might get interrupted on my broadcast. We'll see what happens. My talks are intended to inspire men and women. It's Messages to the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. And today's is number 277, which is entitled, basically, wouldn't it be nice to go back to the way things were? Or have you ever felt it would be nice to go back to the way things were? This was actually from a conversation with a client this morning. Who was gone through a really bad divorce. And there's this little part of it, little piece that wish you could go back to the way it was. Because it was great at one point, but then things went downhill. And you may have been through a similar experience yourself, I don't know. I'm just going to speak to those who this may resonate for in the audience. I know for myself, I'm just scanning through past relationships. There are a few past relationships where I know there's a part of me that wish I could have gone back again. And the truth is I can't, and you can't, and it's not possible. Because, to be blunt, too much water's gone under the bridge. Meaning that without having a distinct, resolution or without having a time machine, let's put it that way, it's hard to undo what's already been done. This presumption, belief, feeling that, if only go back to the way it was, is predicated on the assumption that what's already happened you can erase from your memory. 90% of the time, if not 95 or 99% of the time, if you're holding this perception like, if only you could go back again to that time as it was before, how perfect it would be, it's because something's happened that you can't cross over. You can't pretend it didn't happen. Because to go back to that scenario with what you now know would make you either schizophrenic or holding a lie or pretending that you don't know what you don't know. Sorry, pretending you don't know what you do know. And that's not going to work because it'll eat away at you inside. It'll destroy you, frankly. The reality is, and this is what the conversation with my client was about, is that the qualities that she had in that relationship that did work, that she wants to go back to, she should extract from that relationship. That she should simply take those ideas and write them down or put them in her vision board or whatever she was doing to create. We hadn't got that far yet. To take those aspects of the relationship that really did work and take them out, because there was a whole lot of stuff in there that didn't work that could not be ignored or suppressed or rewritten. It basically was there. And that experience is now history. It's now happened. It's gone to the past. So the only option truly is to extract from that relationship the qualities you liked. And to be honest, this is the hard part, let go of that love, affection for that man that doesn't fit anymore because of the other stuff that goes with that. Forgiveness is what possible, but to turn the other cheek and go back in there could be a death trap. Well, maybe not that extreme, but it can be hard to go back in there again when you know what you already know. So, take those qualities out that you found that did work, in a way leapfrogging away from the stuff that didn't work, and start building a list of what you really want to have. This is something that has come up a lot recently in conversations about getting clear on your vision, because I did talk last Thursday or Wednesday about the numbers game doesn't work, meaning that for some of you out there, you think the ideal way to get a relationship is to keep dating different people, as many as you can, to find the one that works. To go to Tinder or Plenty of Fish, one of these other apps, and keep swiping, tapping, swiping, tapping, swiping, tapping. hoping that somebody in there will be the right one. It's an error in approach. Whether you're a man or a woman, before you do that, and especially for women, I don't advise you doing that anyway until you're way further down the road, is get clear about who you are and what you want. It sounds so simple, but for so many people, the attachment to the result is more important than the clarity of the intention. Well, that's pretty deep, and I'm glad this has been recorded. I can say that one. That was a good quote. The attachment to the result is more important than the clarity of the intention. I think that's what I said. But that's the point. If you just want to have a hopefully warm body around you, and just to have someone to have sex with and cuddle with, then go on Tinder, no problem. But if you want conversation, if you want loyalty, if you want trust, if you want vulnerability, if you want growth, if you want long-term relationship, I highly encourage you, I recommend intensely, in fact, that's why I'm so passionate at this moment, to start off with what you really want. Get clear before you, get clear about let's say another way. We as human beings, that's you and me, both of us, unless you've got dogs watching this, I don't think they are, have this habit, because I include myself in doing this, of being attracted to somebody of the opposite sex if you're straight, and some of the same sex if you're gay, but you find yourself attracted to somebody else 90% of the time because you go, oh, they're cute, without knowing anything about them. And then because I'm going to exclude myself in this conversation, go out with this person on the hope and the possibility and the wish that they'll start showing up with all the things that we want. Even though we don't know what we really want, or I should say, we haven't clarified what we really want. And then we get 3 or 4 dates down the road, and 30, 40 different points on our list, and we realize that 19 points on this list are violations of what we want. So we go, no thanks, bye. And then we do the whole thing again. And again. And again. You know where I'm going with this. So we're spending our lives exploring a relationship with different people, hoping they'll fulfill a list we don't have clarity on. So, here's some suggestions. 1, before you go on any dates or swipe on any apps or sign up for any of these sites, get clear about what you really want in a relationship, including what they are like, and more importantly, how you feel in that relationship, and also how the relationship feels between you and this person. Those 3 areas. Work on that as your vision, your intention, your qualifiers first. Then if you want to go out on these dating apps or sites or swiping, tapping, whatever you're going to do, you have at least in the back of your mind, ideally even in your heart, what you really want in relationship. And then when you go on a date with somebody, very quickly, if you can do it this way, you can see very succinctly, immediately, quickly, expediently, whether this person is going to fit or not, right up front. It's a surprise for some people to go, when I know what I want, I know very clearly what I don't want very quickly. But if you don't have that clarity, you will spend more time on dates, more money, more effort, more emotional investment on dates that don't work. Is that what you want? I don't think so somehow. This conversation, as I've had with a client this morning, is actually not that unusual lately. I've had this conversation with friends and with other prospective clients, put it that way, that there seems to be this wiring loop that we have as human beings, that if we go on enough dates, we'll find the right one. Which I said again was that in broadcast last week, I said about playing the numbers game doesn't work. You only need one, if you're not polyamorous, that is. If you're truly monogamous, you only need one. So why not get clear about what it is you really want, so you find that one more easily than if you just go randomly dating, hoping to meet somebody who might closely fit what you don't even know you want or not. Does that make any sense? I hope it does. I didn't expect this to be quite a kind of a rant, but I guess it's becoming more of a, rant. What else I want to put into this one? This is actually pretty short, I'm realizing now. This is really one to just make the point, make it clear about choices, about what you might want. Is there anything else about this? Let me sit with that for a second. Sorry, I didn't put Do Not Disturb on my phone, so I'm getting all these interruptions on my phone. So hopefully it's not interrupting the broadcast. So, having said all that, without repeating it, I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. I'm sitting with what else is coming through, and right now there is no more content that's showing up at this moment to speak on this topic. So if you just joined me, please watch it from the beginning, because there was a little bit of heat on this topic that I said at the beginning. Is that it? I guess this is what's coming up. So let me talk about this for a moment, just to add more content to this. There it is. That's the piece. Okay, I was waiting for it to drop in, and it finally did. You have a problem. Actually, we have a problem, which is we tend to be externally sourced, externally stimulated, and externally fulfilled in this culture. And this is true for everything. I mean, whether it's cars, food, restaurants, relationships, we are sourced externally, or I should say, we choose, let me be clear about that, we choose to be sourced externally for all those things, which is why it's backwards, and why we don't get what we want. So what I was saying earlier about getting clear about what you want first, starting from internally, that's where you become internally sourced and fueled from your heart, from your own power of intention, that then when you go out in the world then bends to fit your will. Ooh, that sounds powerful. Another quotable there. It's the second one in this broadcast. I'm going to say both of those now. When you have power over your intentions, and when you have intentions over your external input, then you have the power to choose and the power to bend the world to your will. It sounds pretty powerful. It is. That's the power you have. The world around you will match your own internal environment. This is something that's from the law of attraction. Other things talk about this too. Abraham Hicks talks about this, about the ability to have the world match what your intention is, because of the way your vibration is set at, which is more mystical than I'll talk about. But here's the point. If you're out there all the time responding to what the world provides to you, making yourself feel good, hoping you get what you want, but never getting it, you're at the whim of what the world provides. You're a victim of what the outside environment provides to you. Yes, you're a victim of that. Whereas, if you start from internals, getting clear about what you really want in comfort, in consciousness, in intention, in vibration, in your relationships, or any area, again, like if for houses, cars, restaurants, whatever, if you source internally, the world then is at your mercy and is responding to your desires and your needs. This is a way of living life, by the way, not just relationship. It's much bigger than that. So understanding this piece, yes, it can change the way you attract relationships and get the date you really want. Secondly, it can actually change the way your life unfolds before you. Ooh, this is going to be good. So take this to heart. Before you react to what the world gives to you, get clear about what you really want to have experience in the area you're particularly dealing with, whether it is love or relationships or something else, and watch the world change to match what you're looking for. Yes, it can happen. I'm realizing more and more this is why the program I created has that piece in it, because it does lead to a sense of empowerment and inspiration from within to focus on what's outside. And that is the way to live life that works. Okay, this got good. Okay, yeah. That's the piece I was looking to put in there. I didn't know what it was. By the way, if you haven't watched my broadcast before, this hasn't happened for a couple of weeks. I tend to get downloads that happen. Sometimes they aren't the ones I start with, but this one seemed to just land on top. So I think this is what I wanted to share. The power of your intention over being a victim to the world around you. So bend the world to your will. Get clear about your intention. Get clear about what you really want. And watch how the world responds. That's your homework. That's basically my broadcast. Thank you for watching today. By the way, if you haven't watched my broadcast before, this is my daily Facebook Live, number 277 in my ongoing talks called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. They're all on Facebook, and they're also going up on YouTube as well, so you can watch them on both places. And they're also on my website. If you go to barryselby.com, you can find out all about me, my work, my videos, my broadcasts, my programs, my coaching, all that stuff. And if you want to watch these replays, you can watch those on my business page on Facebook, which is barryselby.author, and also on my YouTube channel, which is Barry Selby, and the playlist is Messages from the Masculine. If you have any questions or concerns or upsets, fears, worries, desire for help around relationships, please reach out to me over social media. And if you know anybody should watch this that hasn't, please share it with them. And if you have any questions, comments, please put them below and I'll respond once I sign off. Thank you for watching, and start setting your intentions. That's your homework today. Setting intention about what you want in any area of your life. Pick one. Pick two. It's your life, your choice. And start writing down your intentions of what you really want. Doing that alone will change the direction of your life quite dramatically, I believe. Try that out and get back to me. Report back to me what you found out. This is an interesting lesson. This is an experiment I invite you to try in your own life and to see what happens. So give it a shot and then get back to me. I want to hear back from you how this went for you. And as always, take care of yourself. I will see you again tomorrow. That'll be number 278. And 277 broadcasts. It's been quite an accumulation. And let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear back from you. All right? Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.